Welcome, this is Professor Greg Long, and what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a little tour of the course so you'll have a sense of how things are set up. Now, for those of you who have already gone through Lesson 1, you'll notice that this is exactly the same information as is presented at the end of that lesson. But for the rest of you, I thought that you might find some benefit to looking at some of the content areas and basically going over what we're doing here. We're starting off with the welcome page, and certainly if you haven't done so already, would encourage you to watch the welcome video. The other thing that I would encourage you to do, please, is to read and sign on to the terms of use for taking this course. Once you've done that, would also then ask you to take a look at some of these content areas. You'll notice we've got a content area entitled News and Updates. And that is essentially announcements. What we will do with those announcements is we'll post updates and reminders. We'll also send you emails on these. You'll see also course moderators, and certainly I, as your professor, I'm one of the moderators, but we have other moderators from NIU's Faculty Development and Instructional Design Center. We've got some graduate students as well as undergraduates who are helping with this course. The bottom line on this course overall is that there's a lot of effort that's gone on behind the scenes to make this successful. The next thing you'll see on the site here is the course syllabus. Would encourage you most certainly to look at that. It contains an overview of the materials for the course, including topics, readings, our course schedule. And then I'll go ahead and open this next section here, weekly materials, so you can see how it will look. And we've only posted week 1, and so you would go to week 1, open this, and once opened, you'll have an introductory text, which is something that we'll do for each and every lesson. And then, so information here, summary as we begin this together, you'll be introduced to different things here. We look at week 1, you'll be able to describe the MOOC structure and organization. Assignments, we'll talk about that in a minute, as well as optional enrichment and support. We'll hit that as well. Do note, however, that we've got a live discussion section Tuesdays at 4 o'clock till 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we'll have additional information on that within the resources and enrichment materials. Also, and this is where the meat of the course is your videos. Each week, and this will open a moment here, you'll see that there will be several short videos, say 5 to 7 videos per lesson, most running no more than 8, maximum of 15 minutes long. And each of these video segments, while tied into the larger topic for the week, are independent. So our goal was to give you the opportunity to, even if you only have 8, 10, 15 minutes to watch something, you can still gain some value versus saying you're going to sit through and watch an entire hour-long presentation. We've put a lot of effort into trying to make sure that the lessons are accessible. So each of the video segments are captioned. You'll also see down here that we've got transcripts available as well. And if you have any trouble with accessing the videos from CourseSites, there is a YouTube link as well. So all of those are available for you to gather a little more information. Now if we go back, what we'll see is that not only for each week do we have videos, we have activities. And within these activities, you'll find that there's a weekly quiz. There's also, and within that, the weekly quiz is going to be most important for those individuals who are seeking a certificate of completion, because you will have to do the quizzes. There will also be information in there for people who are completing continuing professional development units, CPDUs. That's most important for educators within Illinois. The one thing that is missing from week 1 is a folder for readings. And we will, for all the subsequent weeks, all the subsequent lessons, have those folders available for you. Have those readings available for you, excuse me. With week 1, however, we don't have any required readings. We're really wanting you to familiarize yourself with the overall course and how it's organized. When we talk about the week 1 activities and week 2 and so forth, There will be anywhere between 3 or 4 activities that you'll have to choose from. One thing that will be a consistent activity is opportunities to interview people about different topics that we're covering in class. And from a certificate of completion standpoint, what we want is for you to do at least one activity per week and submit that to the discussion board. As we go back over to the left-hand side here, track your progress will be a section you can go to find out information on how you're doing in terms of your assignments and getting things completed. And one thing I do want to emphasize here is that while we will be posting lessons 1 per week beginning September the 9th, that for the next 10 weeks, at any point you could register for this course. At any point you could register and catch up with anything that we've done, because all the previous lessons will be available for you to view. We have a section here called Enrichment Materials, and that's going to include material that, quite frankly, we couldn't cover or did not have the opportunity to. If you have something you'd like to suggest for us in terms of topics or resources, please don't hesitate to share those with us. We'll have a discussion forum. That's a weekly forum where will be a link to not only questions you pose, but the live session that we're going to host. And we would ask that you use this help forum as your primary mechanism for posting questions as well as answering your peers' questions. That will be monitored, but we may miss a question, so do be patient. And I would also ask for, whenever you post something on the discussion board, please be respectful of one another. The topics we're going to talk about may generate some strong interest or some strong feelings, but as you talk about this or as you post questions or respond to others, do so in a manner that's respectful, because we do have the right to eliminate any posts that are overly inflammatory or are disrespectful. We've got another section here called Acknowledgments, and again, that's an important section only from the standpoint of this is not just Professor Greg Long's MOOC. This MOOC represents the work of a variety of people who've given their time and energy to this. CourseSites has also made a tremendous amount of effort to make sure that the site itself is accessible. If you need any help with regard to understanding accessibility or gaining information with regard to the course, please go to the CourseSites accessibility link here. And then finally, we've got a help link, and CourseSites maintains a 24/7 help number and contact information so that if you have any questions, you can get to them. I did notice one thing I did miss was resources, and much like enrichment materials, there are just things in there that may be helpful to you as you go through the course. So overall, I would just like to say thank you for joining us. We look forward to reading your posts and discussing this important topic with you.